So I'm going to start off priming my eye as usual. This is Lay and Low Paint Pot by MAC. I had an intro, but I think maybe we didn't hit record while I was filming it, so I don't have an intro now. Bummer, dude. So anyway, I'm just going to prime my eye as usual, and I'm going to just pat this all over my lid, all the way from my lash line to my eyebrow. The first shadow I'm going to use is Chickadee by Makeup Geek, and this one is a really nice transition shade. I actually usually use it in conjunction with another transition shade, which is what I'm going to do today, and I will show you what I mean, but I'm just going to lay that down as a first shade. The next shade I'm going to use in my crease is Bitten, and this is like a really nice, almost brownish red tone, and I'm going to use that, like I said, basically in the crease and just blend it into that Chickadee shade. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit more Chickadee and just soften that line between the two shades. And the next shade I'm going to use is Deep Truth. It's this beautiful kind of medium deep blue, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, and I think it's just gorgeous and I love it so much. Blue is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, eyeshadow colors to use and pull off and make look wearable, because it can easily go from smoky eye to black eye really quickly if you're not careful. So it's very important to do the whole transition shade slash crease color thing properly so that it's not going to look like you just got punched or stepped on a rake or something. I'm just going to soften that edge once again, making sure that it blends in really well to that Bitten shade that we used in the crease, and I'm going to continue and do the same thing on the other eye. I'm going to follow up with this shade called Plumage, and it's just a little bit deeper of a blue, and this one's actually matte, and I'm basically going to contour the shape of my eyeball with this shade, just darkening the outer corner and the inner corner, and I'm going to blend it together in just a second, but this really helps to make your eye kind of stand out and look more dimensional. Next, I'm going to take this jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Black Bean, and I'm going to run that just along my lower lash line. And I'm going to blend that out with a little bit of Corrupt by Makeup Geek and soften that line a little bit and make it a little more smoky and smooth. Next I'm going to take this Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and it's actually glitter glue, and I'm going to just dab that along my lower lash line. I'm going to work one eye at a time because this stuff does dry quickly, and if I do both eyes and then go back and try to do the pigment on both eyes, it's just not going to stick. So I'm going to use this Makeup Geek pigment. This one is in Utopia. It's kind of a goldish green. I don't know, it's really beautiful and I love it so much. So I'm going to just dab that along and kind of try and push it into my skin right there so that it kind of melts into my skin. And the black that we used underneath this is really going to make this color stand out and give it a little bit of interest, because sometimes if you put like a gold shade on really fair skin tones, it really just doesn't show up very well, and so the black really helps to make it pop. And this glitter glue is really good for pigments. It helps it stick so well. It's crazy. Next I'm going to take this Lash Domination Mascara on my lower and upper lashes before I throw on my falsies. And for that I'm using Ardell Wispy lashes. And this is my Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I'm going to use that on my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and a couple other areas that I want to prime and also give a little bit of shimmer to. For foundation, I'm using my beloved NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and I'm just going to dot that all over my face because that's how I do. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge to buff that into my skin. And I'm going to conceal my under eyes using this MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I'm going to just be really careful not to mess up what we did under the lower lash line there, and just kind of push that in with my sponge one more time. And for my under eye concealer, I'm going to set it with these two shades, Banana and Vanilla from the Anastasia Contour Kit. And I'm just going to dab that along. I don't really sweep it, I more like stamp it with this brush. This brush is perfect for highlighting and for setting under eye concealer. Then I'm going to contour my face with Havana and Fawn from the Anastasia Contour Kit again, and I'm going to use my NARS Ita brush. I cannot live without this thing. I'm not going to say it again because I say it in every single tutorial. Anyway, so I'm going to just buff that along my cheekbone, and I bring it downward a little bit toward my jawbone, and then I also take it up the temples and I contour my 5 head or my 6 head or whatever you want to call it. Next up is blush, and I'm just going to use Fleur Power by MAC, and I swear this has been my holiday season go-to blush. I've literally used it non-stop for the past month or two, but it's beautiful and it goes with everything, and it gives you kind of that like just came in from the cold blush effect, and I love it. Okay, now it's time for my very favorite part of all of makeup, I think, and that is the highlighting. So I'm going to use this Tan Pigment by MAC, and I know what you're thinking. Sarah, you are a pale, pasty girl. You cannot use Tan Pigment to highlight your cheekbones. But oh yes, I can. It looks seriously so beautiful. All you have to do is make sure to blend it out really well, and it is stunning. Especially for the holidays, you can really bump it up a little bit in the shimmer department, and I take full advantage of that. So next I'm going to conceal my lip line as usual, and I'm just using a really low maintenance lip this time because I'm thinking if you go to a holiday party and you're like talking and eating and drinking, you don't want to have to worry about touching up your lips all the time, and you know, you don't want to have to just really be on it. So this is Soar Lip Pencil by MAC, and I'm just going to use this for my lip color. It looks beautiful just on its own, so I just fill in my entire lips with this shade. I'm actually going to a Christmas party tonight, and this is the look that I'm going to wear, and I'm definitely going to be utilizing this lip pencil because I'm not about to put 6 products on my lips and call it a party. Let's be real. And that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any requests, leave them down below, or if you just want to say hi, and I will say hi back because I love you. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. Bye!